on YouTube any minute, and I'm live. Hello, welcome to the music show. My name's Stephen Shields, as you know me. I'm all the way from Sydney, Australia at the moment. I've got my podcast background, but the music show is just a separate show, just a series I'm doing on my YouTube channel. I'm just talking about my experience in the music industry and any Q&As that you might have as well, and what you want to basically have answered in future questions that you might have as well. You know, as you can see, I'm live streaming on Facebook at the moment, and doing that, it's just getting out of my comfort zone of live streaming and just updating my microphone settings there on my beautiful Zoom H1 microphone. But I thought in this series tonight, I would talk about my recent single that I published called Memories of Battle. There's a bit of a story behind that. As you look now, where we have, a lot of chaos in the world, a lot of, problems economically, mental health as well. We've had a mental health crisis too. And this has, become very hard on people mentally, physically, and spiritually. So, the meaning behind Memories of Battle for me was all about, we going through a battle every day, and we're always, battling negative energy out there. But it's how you compose yourself and how you look after yourself will determine your future success. You know that when I decided to publish the music video, I had basically I had a story in my mind about what I wanted to achieve and accomplish with Memories of Battle. And it was a single that I thought about for the last 6 months since I last published. Had a lot happen during March and April, pretty busy time. But, it became a thing that I just felt I was ready to go and publish this single, and basically, use different harmony as well, use different textures, use different colors, use different strategies that I thought I would try out. And so that's what I did. That's what the plan was to do, was to try out different different strategies and different ways to find that to further improve my style and how I could basically challenge myself into writing something different that was much different than the previous albums, because it's very easy as a songwriter, composer, musician to make everything sound the same. You know that? To make everything sound the same. And that gets difficult too because sometimes you run out of ideas or you got a lot going on in your personal life or things come up, you don't have time. But the beauty about what I do is, I don't have any deadlines to do. And that's really good. I don't have deadlines to answer to, any record company commitments as well. But the bright side of this for me is basically, you know, looking at different strategies that I can put into play and different obstacles that I can overcome as a composer. Now, obviously, I'm writing work for myself. So when I'm writing my own album, I want to write how I want to write at the same time. You know that. So I'm always basically trying out different styles, different techniques. But I got asked the question on Wisdom was, do I compose with a key signature? And the answer was no, I don't. And the reason why is in my time and my songwriting journey when I've tried to compose with a key signature, it would always fail for some reason. That it would always just go downhill, and it just it turned out to be a disaster than what it was. That it will turn out to be a disaster. But the short answer is, it's taken me years to be able to find my uh, style and find my own, true calling in what I've wanted to achieve as a songwriter, musician, composer. I do my own orchestration, and it's yeah, because when you're doing everything yourself, you you know all the ins and outs and all the downsides and the good sides to your work too, and that too gets you know complicated at times. Like, think about it like this: when you have what they call the draft pile, some songwriters decide to have a draft pile, and you know if it doesn't work out well, they put it in the draft pile and set it aside. So maybe a year, 2 years later, if they're out of ideas, go to the draft pile and basically just pick it up, and then they get inspiration to just write and start writing there. That. And how good is that? When you can just start writing on the spot. And let's face it, guys, we are all human as well. Everyone is I'm human. I make mistakes in my songwriting, and you might look back and then you think, oh yeah, I might need to re-record. what I wrote as well. Like the Beatles had to record some of their old songs. You know, they had to re-record some of their old songs, and basically it is good in a way because it teaches you to look back over your mistakes and find that you know that there could have been a little passage or a sentence that you could have made better, but it's all persistence at the end of the day. It's all about that trial and error. It's all about finding that you know that motivation to just keep pushing on and keep on going and keep on working hard, I guess. That, and that's all you can do is just keep working hard and look at ways that you can make better music than the last album, because you're always improving yourself. You'll never stop learning in your journey as well. As a film composer, contemporary composer, you'll never ever stop learning. You'll always keep improving yourself. You'll always keep on what can I say, finding the ways to solve your problems, I guess. Is one thing. But that's not to say there's no excuses for not showing up during the tough times, guys. It's all about getting that pen, pencil to that paper and drafting it out, or if you're doing electronic rap music, it's just all about getting your chosen DAW and getting in there and basically finding a way to gain inspiration for yourself, you know. But definitely check out Memories of Battle if you can, because and please watch the music video on Rumble, and I'm doing a YouTube live as well. Please watch the music video too, and leave any comments, any feedback that you have as well, because I would really appreciate it. Uh, a lot of time and effort goes into doing these live, even a live stream now. I'm not using any scripts, by the way. I'm not using any bullet points, nothing. I haven't even prepared today's show. I'm just going off by my knowledge and my experience, you know. Because I am a musician. I got a lot to share, and this is what I love about the Shields Productions YouTube channel. I want to be as original as I can. I want to be as creative as possible. And it's all about finding your creativity here on the music show. Hope you like my background, because that's my podcast banner. And that's what I use. But all I can say, guys, is it's just about persistence. It's all about finding your drive to succeed and your drive for success, and telling your story in your work, and being yourself when you write, When you tell your story behind the music, there's meaning, not writing crap. Never ever write crap, because crap will just get you thrown out. Now I know that we have the cancel culture as well, and I'm streaming live to Facebook as well, my Facebook page. When you find that there is a purpose and a significance for your music, like Beethoven did, or Mozart did, or Brahms, or Wagner as well. Wagner had problems with the Jewish race. Now, I don't know, for some reason the Jews don't like Wagner, and that's fine. Wagner's got fantastic music. He inspired me to write as well. You're always going to find your inspiration, and listen to other people's work is another tip that I can offer you. Is listen to other people's compositions for inspiration too, because when you do that, you will find, I guess, things work out so much better than they were before. You get new ideas for creativity. You get new ideas to write new passages, new phrases. You're trying out new styles as well, and sometimes things that don't go to plan. Look, I don't like every song that I write, but as long as it's sounds good, well, it's ready to publish. And it's all about overcoming that fear of rejection as well when you're pitching yourself as a musician and independent artist. You just got to keep pitching, keep on persevering as well, because perseverance, persistence, practice. 10,000. It takes 10,000 hours of practice to be really good at something. Yes, Mozart was a child prodigy, but he still had to practice at the same time, and that makes it very hard. But he just kept on. He just kept at it. Just kept at it. The biggest struggle I have, especially being a content creator, is I'd say running out of ideas. It's bloody hard. It can be mentally exhausting, mentally draining as well. But sometimes you just got to put it down and come back to it in a week or 2 weeks time. I'm just sharing my opinion. This is my experience. This is my thoughts as well. But that's all you can do. And don't be too hard on yourself, because when you get too hard on yourself, it just doesn't get fun anymore. It gets harder. And you don't want that. You want to enjoy your time songwriting. You want to enjoy your time, you know, looking at ways to improve yourself and your own personal development and your own, whether you have a spiritual life or something, I don't know, but that's up to you. That's your choice. When you look back on the Beatles, uh, God, they put at least 10,000 hours of practice into their work. And the Beatles are one of the other, most well-known rock band in history still today. That is so cool. Still today, they are. Man, that's amazing stuff. That really is amazing stuff. And that's what they did. They had that persistence. I did a previous show on the music show about the Beatles previously. And you know, I wrote an article on Medium about them, about why they're successful, like Ringo Starr. I think if you watch, Disney Plus's Get Back with the Beatles, you get to see how it's behind the scenes as well. You get to see, well, how far they have come. Just rehearsing those songs for hours and hours. And back in the 60s, there was no such thing as DAWs and garage band. Everything was done on tape, so you had to know your shit. You had to know everything that you did. Because if you didn't memorize it and you forgot it, they just discarded the song. There's probably thousands of other songs that they've written that's never been published. But obviously, the music industry today, right? There has been a lot of corruption in the music industry. Uh, there's been a lot of lawsuits, especially lately. Guy Sebastian sued his former manager for it's probably nearly $1 million in royalties for a compensation payout. So he's done that, and good on him for standing up for his rights, because this is what the warning is for the music industry. As soon as you sign your rights away to a dodgy agent or a dodgy manager, well, you're getting ripped off. And you don't even know it, because when you get into the whole legal side and the business side, and when you start signing contracts that you don't understand, it gets very nasty and messy. I've said this before. People are, when you're doing this and you're doing this as a, you want to make your living as a musician, songwriter, artist. Now we have a lot of social media as well. Everything's done online. Now, the thing is, too, communities. It's all about building communities. I can see we've got a viewer on YouTube. Hello, where are you tuning in from? Feel free to ask me any questions for this Q&A. If you have anything about any music topics you want answered, or any composing advice, just drop it in the chat on YouTube or Facebook. I'm live streaming on Facebook. Yeah, as I said, when you share a story behind your work, right, you would definitely, you write something with meaning too, because when you have a vision for your track and you've put a lot of time and effort and energy into it, you'll get there. I guarantee you will get there. I 100% agree you will make it. You will make it. I honest to God, don't worry about all the marketing, the PR firms, and all that other crap, because it'll just throw you off. You can't do everything. But when you have a good agent, a good manager, a good publicist, a good marketing team, you've got people behind you who have your best interest at heart, who want you to succeed and want the best for your future. That's the best team that you can ever have, when you have that foundation beside you. That, because when you have a strong foundation, and a strong following as well, that's a blessing, as in, and that's something that, you know you should not take for granted. It's all about growing organically, and finding that, hey, that what I'm doing means a lot to me, means so much to me. You look back in bands like Kiss, Linkin Park, uh, Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth. You just think about, and the Beatles, of course, the Rolling Stones. You just see all the hard work that they put in, and the miles that they built up, and the drive for their success, because that's what they did. They put all that work in to get to the top. To get to the top. You know that? You see, you might think on the outside they're all rich, live a glamorous lifestyle, but hey, the Rolling Stones, AC/DC, they all have bills to pay. They've got a family to feed. And people, when you look at the Napster lawsuit with Metallica, it was. People just got pissed off with them, but you got to understand it. You put a lot of time into making your work. You know that. You put a lot of time, effort, and energy into making your work, and it's like people just want to steal. It's pretty much piracy. That's not acceptable. Stealing music. It's like, how would you like if someone went into your shop and then stole something from you? You'd be upset. So I truly think the government should be cracking down on piracy and basically making the streaming services to pay more royalties to musicians, and more engagement with musicians out there. It's just all about just keep on going, and share your story. At the end of the day, your story is important. Your drive and your passion is important, guys. And this is what I love. I'm really enjoying the music show, because it's just nice to be able to, host a live stream, and just talk about music. As you know, I've got the Stephen Shields radio show behind me, and that's all about society and culture. That's the podcast. But I decided to just do a separate series and just come on here when I feel like live streaming. I do just gradually get better and better at it. I'll look at doing a live stream when I'm writing songs as well. I'll do that. I'll try and just got to figure a way how I can access that as well. But yeah, guys, this is a great show. Short and sweet. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Shields Productions. You can subscribe to my channel on Rumble. Also, too, new videos are available every Friday at 6 p.m. Sydney, Australia time. The replay of this live stream will be available tomorrow, so I'll schedule it for tomorrow at 6 p.m. if you've missed it. Also, too, share my YouTube channel on your social media with people that you know as well. People that you feel that would benefit from my work, and how I can help you improve, yourself and your drive for success. Memories of Battle is available on Bandcamp. It's available on Spotify and other streaming services, Apple Music. There's the music video available for Memories of Battle as well. I wish you all the best. Bye for now.